Welcome back. You're watching Newslink, and warring taxi associations in KZN are signing peace agreements today. Several taxi bosses have been killed in the province recently. Police Minister Bheki Cele and Commissioner Fanie Masemola will preside over this particular signing ceremony. Cele will also engage taxi bosses on a range of issues, including crime in the area. Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is there for us and joins us for the very latest. A very good morning to you, Siphamandla Goge. And of course, this is a very important milestone with the taxi industry, them being at the center of a lot of violence that we've seen over the years. And hopefully this agreement will see a reduction, if not an alleviation, of this particular kind of violence.
Absolutely. I guess that's the whole aim, to say no matter what you do, if you want to deal with escalating tensions and violence within the taxi industry, you need this dialogue, because there is evidence that a number of taxi owners, bosses and drivers have been gunned down, and police, in some instances, to be fair, they do make arrests, but we hardly see successful prosecutions and convictions in a number of cases across KwaZulu-Natal and South Africa. So this dialogue is aimed at, trying to find each other between the police as well as the taxi industry. Lady Smith, having worked here in KwaZulu-Natal for a number of years, is one of those troublesome areas in terms of taxi violence. But let me not waste time, because Police Minister General Bheki Cele is here with me. Thank you very much for your time. Talk to us about this gathering and this dialogue, why you decided to engage with the taxi industry.
Well, maybe the starting point was the provincial commissioner together with Mr. Siphamandla, who is going to be here soon. That last week we had a meeting of leadership of the taxi industry, especially based in KZN, that would be here in Lady Smith and Gauteng, because it's that corridor that gives us an extra problem when it comes to the taxi industry. We have the leadership, almost everybody's here now, to come and have the further engagement on that particular starting point that we had. But one thing that we have discovered, we started at the township called Ekvugeni. We have established that the crime is beyond the taxi industry. Matters there are other issues that are anchored on the taxi industry, but causing other crimes in the shippings and all that. So it gives us a broader understanding, having come here. But basically, as we've said, the leadership is here. Today are members of association. We expect between 800 and 1,000 people that we'll be talking to. As you have said, the information was given that there are quite several arrests, but we do have a problem of high level of pay, high level of withdrawal. Those are the things that we'll have to go back and work as a cluster with our sister departments and all that. Two things that we need to follow. We need to talk, have the engagement, and when people are willing, we're not going to undermine that, but we need to arrest those people that have committed a crime, because we can't negotiate matter. But there are environmental matters. They've showed the Bush municipality will have to come, and other departments, to work on the matters that can reduce crime.
A number of cases related to the taxi industry, particularly murder cases, attempted murder, they remain unsolved or unresolved. Does that worry you?
It does. As I was saying to you, one was given the case management. We have a high level of pay, we have a high level of withdrawal of cases. That does worry. That's why I'm saying that as we deal with this engagement, we'll have to deal with the things of arrest and follow up those things, because we can't negotiate matters and all, but also improving ourselves as the provincial commissioners here, speaking to national commissioner. We have to give extra resources, both personnel and the equipment.
Now, let's talk about these engagements. You are the former Transport MEC and Community Safety and Liaison in KwaZulu-Natal. You have had countless engagements with the taxi industry in this province under former Premier Bundebele, former Transport MEC, there was a taxi commission. Some of the things that you will discuss here have already been discussed. Moving forward, how do you ensure that working together with the taxi industry, you implement on those aspects that will lead to peace and stability?
Well, fortunately, we are expecting, we have confirmed that is coming, the MEC of Transport in this province will be here. Looks like the minister also might come, because it can't just be the police alone dealing with those criminal matters. There are other matters like permit, like rents. That's why we need municipality, because some of these wars, they start on those issues of rent, permit, routes and all. So we must pull ourselves together as that, including the information that we have. There are things, there have not one commission, there have been commission after commission here. Pull those things together. What is good at the present moment is that people are willing to talk. Associations are here, many of them are here. We'll take that opportunity, but also will take extra opportunity of putting the law enforcement. But people here themselves have requested that they request more police and they request more action from law enforcement.
Thabo Bester, who comprises of the South African team that has gone to Tanzania to look and bring back Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipa, what will be the plan moving forward when they come here? What possible charges are they likely to face?
Well, you are asking a wrong person when you talk about charges. Those that have done the law the way. At about 8 last night, I spoke to the team that has landed already in. They landed at Kilimanjaro, and then they were in Arusha. They will be taking matters forward. Maybe one can talk more about those matters that are there for, but it does look like up to that time that one has spoken, things are going well. Them coming back does not really depend on the team. It also depends on the legal processes of the other side. The team is from South African Police, is NPA, that is there, Home Affairs and Correctional Service. That's how team is made. With a team we trust is a team led by the Deputy National Commissioner of the South African Police. It's a high-level team. We hope they'll do us best and then they'll do us best to bring Bester back.
Any indication, because this is a pressing matter, if I were to push you, when do you anticipate that to happen? I know you say it depends on the legal processes from the Tanzanian side.
Well, we don't know, but we expect the team to be back today or tomorrow. What they would have negotiated, we'll be getting the report going forward. But we hope they'll go the best and they'll do the best.
Upon arrival, what happens to the two?
Well, the matter mostly will be the justice matter, really. Ours is to arrest those people. I think first thing that we'll have to do is to hand them over. One, I think, needs to go to the correctional service, belong to the correctional service, and one will have to follow the legal processes and all, and that both falls under Ministry of Justice.
Have you identified and figured out how did they escape? How did they leave South Africa? I know that belongs to Home Affairs.
No, that also belongs to investigation. Until the investigation informs us what has happened, I would not stand here and speculate.
Any progress report on the investigations regarding the murder of AKA?
That's the best man to answer that.
Please, General Tata Mkwadazi, KZN Provincial Commissioner, what is your team doing? What's the progress report? South Africans are anxiously waiting for any update on this matter. Where are you in terms of that?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we're only going to tell you the day when we're in court. What we're doing right now, we're not going to talk about it.
When do you expect to be in court?
Yeah, well, as soon as we put all these pieces together, we are moving at about 70% progress on our case. So we hope when we reach 90%, we should be ready for court. We're almost there.
Almost there, but some of the people who were taken in for questioning, of course, they were let go. There were high hopes, but some are saying your police are bundling this case.
You know, it's a very interesting thing that I'm a policeman, I'm not a DJ. So it would be wrong for me to start talking about who's a good DJ, who plays good music or not. Yeah. I'm not an analyst, so I'm not qualified to be an analyst. I'm just a police officer. So I don't talk about other people's professions. I only talk about policing profession. What I can tell you is that I'm happy with what the investigation team is busy with, and all the evidence that they've collected, I'm quite happy with that. So anything that is said by someone else is not my concern.
General, thank you very much for your time. That's Police Commissioner in KwaZulu-Natal, General Tatla Mkhwanazi, as well as National Police Commissioner General Bheki Cele. I'm going to ask Bonga Mkhize before I throw back to you in the studio, just to show you outside here representatives from the taxi industry, and I think we'll be seeing one of the popular taxi bosses arriving, Mandla Kaba, any minute from now, who is also one of those who are leading in terms of these talks. But these are the taxi owners that have come out here to engage with the police on a number of challenges that the industry is facing, including taxi violence.
Thank you very much, senior reporter Siphamandla Goge out in KZN. They're bringing us the very latest on a peace agreement being signed within the taxi industry to stop the wars within that industry. Let's take